Assalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. We have a guest today, a young brother who I've had the opportunity to visit with, interact with, and I've watched him as a humble leader of the youth. We have our young brother Jawaad Khan with the Florida Association of Young Muslims. Inshallah ta'ala, he will be giving us 10 minutes of his precious time. We may benefit, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, we begin with peace and greeting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's only like what, 6th night? You guys are already bored? Come on, this is the month of Ramadan. This is the month of happiness. We meet our brothers every single night. Try that again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Begin by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, thanking Him for giving us all the ability to come here. Another night here at IFSF. On behalf of the Florida Association of Young Muslims, FAYM, we also would like to thank IFSF for giving us the opportunity to speak. Thank IFSF for having faith and confidence in their youth, especially training them through the Islamic schools as well as providing programs and activities for them. Inshallah, tonight, short talk I want to talk about is about legacy, leaving a legacy, leaving something that is greater than ourselves behind. And I'd like to begin with a small story of a person that lived during the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's time. His name was Aas ibn Waa'il. And as we know, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had 4 daughters, but he also had 2 sons. And unfortunately, when his sons were very, very young, in infancy, they both died. So add to the pain that any parent would feel of having her 2 sons die in infancy, in small age. Aas ibn Waa'il used to ridicule the Prophet ﷺ based on this. He used to say, because the Arab culture was, your sons basically define your heritage, and carry on your name and your family name and your tribe. Aas ibn Waa'il used to say that the Prophet ﷺ didn't have any legacy, didn't have any heritage because he had no sons. And as a comfort to the Prophet ﷺ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed a surah that we all know very well, the shortest surah of the Quran, Surah Al-Kawthar. And it's in reference to Aas ibn Waa'il. The last ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ شَانِئَكَ هُوَ الْأَبْتَرُ. It is the one who hates you that is actually cut off. This is in reference to Aas ibn Waa'il. It's saying that Aas ibn Waa'il, the only real reason that we know his name today is because his son was the righteous companion, Amr ibn al-As. The man who said that the Prophet ﷺ was cut off, and he had no legacy, he himself became forgotten in history. And the Prophet ﷺ left the greatest legacy known to mankind, Islam, the Muslim Ummah. So this shows that a legacy does not lie in your name or your family. Rather, it lies in the actions that you do to build it. Inshallah, tonight, I want to give some advice from the Prophet ﷺ about how we personally can build our legacy in this world. The Prophet ﷺ once said that when a person dies, when the son of Adam dies, his deeds are cut off, except for 3. And we'll talk about these 3 types of deeds. The first one is a sadaqah al-jariyah that continues to benefit people, an ongoing caring. The second one is any type of knowledge that continues to benefit people. And the third one is a righteous child that continues to pray for the person. So inshallah, I want each and every one of us here tonight to make a blessed intention. Because as we know, every action is judged by intention. So let's make a sincere and blessed intention about what we are going to leave as our legacy. As you said, there is a sadaqah al-jariyah. Let's say that we want to donate to build a masjid so that people will benefit from it, people will pray in for years and years after we have died. Or we want to donate to build a youth center so that the youth can grow and be with good company throughout. Any type of sadaqah al-jariyah, let's make an intention personally. If we have the finance, then we will donate and we will try to build our legacy for that. The second type of deed you mentioned was knowledge that continues to benefit people. Try to teach somebody anything that you know, any type of beneficial knowledge. Especially in this digital age, and I'm a teenager, so I have Facebook and Twitter, this whole social media advent. It's so easy for us to spread knowledge. Start a YouTube channel, or as Muslim does here, they have an iTunes podcast. Thursday, have the khutbah broadcasted every single week. It's so easy for us to spread knowledge. It's so easy these days. And it's easy for us to archive on the internet other ways so that people can still benefit from it. And the last one we said was a righteous child that continues to pray for this person. And this reminds me of a story. When I was younger, probably about 7 years old, and I was in madrasa at Sunday school. And we had a teacher there. He was a very old teacher. He was actually a sheikh that was very well known in this community and across the country. And he's passed away now a couple of years. A lot of mercy on him. I remember one day when he was sick and he couldn't come to class, all of the students in the madrasa decided to get him a really big yet well-sewn card. And in that card, we all took markers and crayons and just wrote, "Get well soon, get well soon, we love you," a whole bunch of different messages. And I remember the day when we went to deliver the card to him, he had a huge smile on his face just to see us that day. He couldn't make it to the masjid. But what was more meaningful was that when he saw the card, he started reading the messages, it brought him to tears. Because he saw that with each of these messages, with each of these little children, this youth, he left his legacy. He left his mark on humanity. And inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can have mercy on him and grave and to grant him paradise, inshallah. So, knowing this, know that you are a product of somebody else's legacy. Your parents have raised you. There's people who build masjids just for you to benefit from. There's many other things that other people have built legacies for you. And just as they have done it for you, now you have a responsibility. We all have a responsibility. We all have talents. We all have gifts that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. And we have a responsibility on whoever we have influence on. Our communities, our youth, and all these people. Whoever we have influence on, it's our responsibility to leave a legacy in them. Just like ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to not make us for the people like Aas ibn Waa'il, who's cut off and has no legacy. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us have blessed intentions like as we did earlier. And I hope that when you go home, you do make blessed intentions. And ask Allah to fulfill that intention and make it easy for us, inshallah. Jazakallahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum.
We want to welcome, inshallah, the brother and all of the brothers from FAYM, all of the great works they're doing. The brother 16, mashallah, the sky's the limit, inshallah, we're going to raise a generation of Muslims here who are leaders, who take the initiative, to give us beautiful talks like this. Inshallah, we'll begin our Tarawih.